has some flooring on his. He's wearing some floor.
Yeah, he's disappeared into the background. You wearing a blue or something like that?
It's a bluish green. Gotta get rid of my blue shirts. Now I better turn my
Yeah.
green screen back to green, maybe.
Well,
I was
yeah.
messing around with my green screen yesterday, and it was interesting how quick um I was able to set it up. It was great, but then at the same time, I'm like setting this whole green screen up and pulling it back here and everything, and then I'm like, yeah, but the AI version of this is getting pretty good, where I won't need this anymore soon.
That's right.
Right,
Like the
right. Well,
AI version can cut you out quite well. So,
I got mine hanging from the ceiling.
oh,
This
got it.
this blue right here is right directly behind me. It's
All
about
right.
9 feet by 6 feet tall, and it's on a big, huge frame. So, and I can switch
Mine
it to
just
a
folds
green if
up
I
back
wanted
there.
to.
Yep. So
What's that?
I said mine
There we
just
go.
folds up. Oh yeah, you guys are rocking the blue.
Okay. Yeah, your shirt blends a little too close to that background there, Bill.
That's what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, 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 everybody. It is so great to see you here on this Thursday, April 11th. It is time for the Inner Circle Breakthrough Session with each and every one of you. And so we do appreciate the fact that you are here. If you're watching us on YouTube and you want to join us, the link is at the top of the chat. It says Robert Hollis and Unlimited Wisdom, Zoom. Some of them it'll say Zoom link, some Zoom L. Just click on that blue box and then the link will appear and then you could join us here in Zoom. Why? Because even though you can go ahead and pose your questions in both the Zoom and the YouTube chats, but now you get to talk directly to Robert Hollis by joining us here on Zoom. And that's very easy to do. Simply put your cursor in the middle of the screen on Zoom and then look for the button at the bottom that says Reactions. Click on that button and then click on Raise Hand. Your hand will go up. It'll notify us that you would like to share. If you don't see the Reactions button, then click on the button that has the three dots. It's the More button. Then click on Reactions. Then click on Raise Hand. And you're part of it, and we will call upon you. And we take things in order. So, once again, we appreciate the fact that you are here with us on this amazing Thursday. Got to give a couple of shout outs to brand new members of our Inner Circle. Inspired Marketer 1416. I don't know a name there, but whoever you are, welcome. We appreciate the fact that you have joined us. And also Dr. Magags. That's how he came in. I think it's Dr. Magagula. So welcome to both of you. And also thank each and every one of you for helping our subscriber base grow, because as of right now, drum roll, we are at 7,101 subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us build this amazing family and community. We got more to go. So next goal, 7,200. Heck, even 7,150 within the next weekend. Why not? Let's shoot for the moon here. All right. That all being said, you're here to do some inner circle breakthroughs. Let's get things rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Robert Hollis.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That went extra. Give Craig a hand. Wow.
Felt inspired today.
The hostess with the mostest. So thank you very much, Craig. And hello, Inner Circle. Again, for those of you that are new or watching the replay, the Inner Circle is 100% designed to just help every one of you achieve what you want to achieve. And so we all know that a lot of thinking, stinking thinking, our lack of imagination makes that happen. And I wanted to share with you guys something very interesting. I posted this just the other day. And let me share my screen here. And I'll also post this in the chat. When you see this, when I heard it, it's like I used to think communication was the key until I realized comprehension is. You can communicate all you want with somebody, but if they don't understand you, it's silent chaos. Now, how many of you think that you probably resemble that remark? Let me explain something to you guys. I have no idea what's wrong with my voice. I don't know. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me. I'm not coughing. I don't know. So yeah, it's okay. So it's funny. Greg sent me a message. Are you okay? Yeah. And so I'm going to share something with you guys that I think is a really important key. And I got to give a shout out to Mary for reaching out to me, because if every one of you would take the time to share with me, in detail where you're struggling, once we get you past those blocks, whammo, right? So the one thing that I shared with Mary is she was like telling me again where she felt like it wasn't going to the next step. And Mary is she comes from a teaching background, and she also did corporate training, flew all over the world and did corporate training. So one of the things that I've been saying to people recently is I was saying, okay, so Mary did a video, which we can post if you guys didn't see it. But Mary, I just gave her a small assignment. That small assignment was to get comfortable with reaching out to total strangers on Facebook. And then through those strangers, send them a gift so that you could connect and you could build your friends list to 5,000 and then also build your followers. Well, it didn't seem like it was very long. And again, if you want to see how she does this, please check out that video. And now Mary's got, 5,000 friends, 6,000 followers. I'm sure it's gone up from then. And now it's like, oh my God, now what? Now what? And again, this is the place where people might feel uncomfortable of saying, I was hoping that you could do me a huge personal favor. I'm working with my friend and business partner, Robert Hollis, and I'd like to send you a short video that he did that shows his documentation and how to become a free affiliate. Now, the reason I want you to watch this video is I know for a fact you're going to know someone that our company can help. Okay? Now, the reason for getting someone to watch the video, right, is to see if they're interested. And then once they're interested, you could even use this as a way to get people to watch the video by simply saying this. You know what? Once you watch the video, if you have any questions before you become a free affiliate, I can connect you in a group chat with Robert Hollis, my friend and business partner. All right. So with that, once you introduce them to me, then you just have to say, hey, Robert, this is Mary. I just wanted to introduce you to Craig. Craig, this is Robert Hollis. You've seen his video, and I've already shared about him. So I can come on and say, hi, Craig. First of all, I usually say, hey, Mary. I always love hearing your voice. I'm blessed to be your friend and business partner. And hi, Craig. It's nice to meet you here. If you have any questions that you would like to talk about, my wife and I have been with the company a little over 6 years. We just went over 4.8 million in earnings. We're in 200 countries. We're 10 years old. But more importantly, there's a lot of people that we've helped supplement their income. So if you have any questions, again, you can address them here, or I would like to jump on a Zoom with you, and all of us can come up with the time to do that. All right. So now that I've said this, can anyone explain to me why they're not doing group chats with me? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Sandy, did you wave your hand because you wanted to say? Yeah, please.
Yeah. So I I normally do, but I haven't gotten anybody lately. But to me, the people that I was introducing to you wasn't doing anything anyway. So I thought, well, that's a waste of Robert's time.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story in a minute. Raymond, did you raise your hand because you wanted to say why you're not putting me on group chats with people?
Well, it's basically the same reason. It's, the fact that, I've got some people that are saying they're interested, but they're not doing anything. They're not stepping up. But there again, if I was to do what Mr. Hollis just said, then possibly the people that even say, I'm interested, may get further. Wow. What was that? Was that a step in the right direction?
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Raymond. Mary, what do you, why aren't you introducing me to people?
So when we talked today, one of the things that luckily I got the light bulb moment, and I totally get it, and I wanted to share with everybody here is so many times we hear what you're saying and we understand it and we're like, yep, I get that. But sometimes what you say to us, we hear at the time what we think we want to hear or what we think we need to hear, but not actually what you're saying. So when I was talking to you today, I realized that when we went back and forth over just question and answer, I was under the misconception, and you think I would have learned after a year of hearing you, but again, you hear what you want to. Right.
Stop beating yourself up. Keep
exactly.
Going.
So what I thought was, okay, I get all these friends, which I'm thrilled about. I went through them, no problem, easy. I reach out to them, and then they reach out to me, and there's a few that may be interested here and there. And then I was under the assumption, which I'm wrong, is that now I'm on my own. Now I've got to figure out how to do this. And then I spew out the mouth and scare them off. So I just throw up all over them. Right. And then what ends up happening with that is then I talked to this person or that person, it didn't work because I didn't do it the right way. So then you get discouraged and then you try something else on your own. It didn't work. Then you get discouraged. And as those discouragements pile on, you're thinking, this isn't going to work. And again, after talking to you, I realized that now that I've got these friends, my goal is not necessarily to get them, but have them introduce me to the best person that they know and give them a description. This is what
Wait a
I'm
minute.
looking for.
Wait a minute. Say that again. What did you just
So my goal is not to necessarily to get them, Joe Schmo who needs to make money. I'm not here to get him. I'm here to ask him, who is the best person that he knows? Introduce that person to me. I miss that. Now, mind you, you've said that. I can't tell you how many times. Totally miss that. So after talking to you today for however long it was, and it was a while, I got that and I get that. So I did, I wanted to kind of go over that because, maybe it's just me, but if I miss that, maybe other people miss that or misunderstood what you want. So basically, I asked this person, who is the best person you know? Because if we can find that person, we can then sign them up under them. But
See,
once I get this
what if
person,
I could ask
introduce them.
them? What if
I'm
I
sorry?
could ask them who they know?
Oh, that's even better. You didn't say that today. Yes, that's even better.
What if you could just introduce them to me and watch me in action, create their imagination, and give them a plan to make that imagination come true and experience some of the emotional things that they told me they wanted. And then in that, I tell them, well, this is how fast we can make it happen.
Because in the beginning, that's what you
oh,
did to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got me excited. Mary, this is your goal. You need to do this. Go and do this. I'm like, I can do this. Boom, 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 boom. Got friends, got interactions. I got people to sign up. They didn't do anything, but that's okay. At least
Right.
I got to that point. But I allowed that discouragement to just kind of like a jackhammer, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, and just like knock me down. So,
Yep.
anyways, that's
Thank
what I
you,
wanted to
Mary.
share.
But I want to ask Kai and John quick, and then I want to give you guys a descriptive story that you guys all know really, really well, and see if it doesn't bring up a little more comprehension. I probably have said that word 3 times in the last 2 days, and I've never probably said that word in my life. So, if someone can go on Chat GPT and say Robert Hollis's word for comprehension, maybe it's like comprehension is I got it, I got it. So, Craig, go ahead.
Well, did you want me to bring Kai on? I'm assuming
Yeah,
Kai and John, you guys also want to be part of this particular discussion.
yeah. I asked the
Okay.
question, why aren't you?
And Kai was first, so let's go
Okay.
there.
Go ahead, Kai.
Yeah, I have not been doing it lately. Largely, I don't know if it's like a universe doing something, but I've been getting a lot of people having interest. And the minute I had 4 people actually sign up, but before I reach out to them, say congratulations and welcome to the team, I get blocked. They block me.
It's just
And it's like, okay, so why did you sign up if you decided to block me after?
just weirdos.
Yeah, the latest one was like not trying to play pity party or anything, but the latest one I actually introduced you to her. She wanted to get started.
Yeah.
And then she turned around and started sharing her little crypto Ponzi scheme at me, and I ignored it, and I was like, okay, that's
just
cool.
Bait and switch. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she blocked me, and I was like, "This is unreal." Because like, what are these people coming
real.
from?
It's really real. It's 97% of the people in the world. It's really real.
Mm-hmm. So the past 2 days, as a matter of fact, after we got on your live session, I spent, I think, like an hour just deleting messages from people who just did not have eyes and ears to hear.
Yeah.
And
I don't even delete on them.
on
I don't delete them. I don't look at them. I don't do nothing. I just move on.
Yeah.
What's that Winston Churchill thing? If you constantly are throwing rocks at barking dogs, you're never going to get to where you're going.
That's correct.
Yeah. Give barking dogs no attention.
So now I'm just like, okay, how am I going to, I'm just like mentally regrouping after today's live session. I was like, what do I need to do to regroup? And it's kind of ironic we're having this conversation right now.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, the first thing that let's talk about that a little later. I want to cover this part and then we can go back. So I don't want it to get too late. So John, just why aren't you putting me on with people?
Hey, Robert.
Hey, John, love you, bro.
Yeah, I don't have any excuses for not putting you on with people.
Okay.
I have no reason for not doing that. My focus is actually to try to put people on with you. You know,
Okay. Good.
so
Good.
I
Good.
don't, yeah.
That's good. Jody, why aren't you putting people in front of me?
So, um, I am very protective of your time,
Okay.
and I do a lot of sorting. If someone is not going to take 21 minutes to watch your plan video,
21 minutes.
yeah, the plan,
Why aren't you introducing me to people as soon as you ask them to do you a huge favor?
okay, I will start doing that now.
See,
So
you
wait,
just said,
wait,
you just
wait,
said,
wait, wait.
hang on. No, don't tell me what you were doing. Okay.
No, no,
Mhm. Okay. Here's that step, right? I would say to you, hey, Jody, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor.
no. Uh-huh.
My friend and business partner, Robert Hollis, and I are right now looking for people that need to make extra money. Would you please watch this short video that Robert did, not only showing his evidence, but also seeing how you can become a free affiliate and earn money without even investing money?
That's the plan.
So if I share this video with you, once you watch the video, I'd like to introduce you to Robert.
Oh, say that when I send them the video.
Right. Once you watch the video, when you come back, I'd like to introduce you to Robert. So they
That's
watch
the
the
carrot.
video. Yeah,
That's the carrot.
watch the video, get them on with me.
Done.
Okay, so now let me go into the story, you guys. I'm going to do the story, and then we're going to go in the inner circle. And thank you guys, because if everyone's thinking the same thing, I'm over here all by myself doing this. When let's talk about my story briefly, very briefly, because you guys should know it. All right. So I get introduced to this guy, Bill Gould, my mentor, and he looks at me and he says this question: would you like most about what you've seen? A videotape, 45-minute videotape. And I went, looks like people are making some pretty good money. And he looks at me and he goes, so how much money do you need before the end of the month? Another way to say magic number. I said $3,800. And he said to me, Robert, I could show you how to do that. But again, you would have to see a business for yourself, wouldn't you? Nice meeting you, and turned around and walked away from me. So I chased him down with my crutches, right? And I said, listen, I'm interested. He goes, great. Where do you see yourself getting started? I don't have any money. My electricity's shut off. He goes, if I could show you how to earn money without you putting a dime in, would you be interested? Yes. He then showed me the plan, 2x2x2. He used a 5x5 because we needed to build 5 legs to get to the top of the comp plan. This one right here, this one right here. This one, almost all these had to build 5 legs, right? And after he showed me the plan, he said, you see in this theoretical example, how many people do we need to find that want to make 6 figures a year? I didn't really answer. Bunch of circles, bunch of numbers. He goes, Robert, 2. So I don't know how many people we have to go through to find 2 serious people, but they're out there. And I go, okay. He goes, I want you to think of a name. Do you guys know what I'm about ready to say? and he gave me a description of the person he was looking for. I said Rick. Then he told me what he was going to say to Rick, and then he asked for Rick's phone number. Then he goes, Robert, if you get 72 people to watch this video, you're done. So if that was a video that got me in, that video's got to work for other people that get in, right? And that's how I made 10 grand. That's how I went to equal, which is 25K. Then I had 6 people out of the 11 that got in that they wanted to make 10K their first month. That's what pushed me to 125K. Did you guys hear this? So now forget about Robert's story 37 years ago. And let me tell you if this story sounds familiar to you guys. My wife tries the product and it made her back stop hurting, the CBD. Then she said to me, you know, honey, would you do me a favor? Me and maybe you and Matt can help me build my little business. Gotcha, honey. Gotcha. Then the very first thing that I put out there is I was coming out of retirement to help my wife with her little business. But before I did that, I had an inner circle group before. I've had inner circle groups practically my whole life. And in that inner circle, I made an announcement that I was going to help Terry with her little business. As soon as I got off the phone rings. Melody Riba. What's the link? What's the link? I said, okay. Melody becomes an affiliate instantaneously. Couldn't believe how fast she became one. Right? Then Melody said this, Robert, I do my inner circle on Fridays. Can you come on there and share with everyone? I said, absolutely. I pick up my phone, text Josh Wagle, and said, I'm doing a Zoom on Friday night. It's a video conference with Melody Riba. Can you come on and share your company? Yes. I didn't tell Melody because maybe they didn't show. This is the second time that I've talked to him. Melody comes on, I come on. She does this incredible, praise and recognition of me because we love each other. And then I immediately gave praise and recognition to Josh and Jenna. We recorded the video, put it online, and 119,000 people shared that video in our first 2 months. Melody Riba went 25K her first month. So when I'm asking you guys, why haven't you put people in front of me? It took Melody Riba a couple of days to put me in front of a couple of hundred people. That video created 2,400 free members. And I think 258 of them bought product. Did you guys hear that? So because Melody's worked with me in the past, she went, let me get this right, Robert. I find interested people and then put them in front of you. Yeah, Melody. And then what do I do? Well, now that they're interested people, let's watch Josh and Jenna. Magic. Did you guys catch that?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Melody's hand is up. Shall we bring her on board?
Would she talk? I would love her to talk.
I'm guessing that. Talk. There you go, Melody Riba.
Oh gosh. Robert, I love listening to you. You always share so much great stuff with us. And Craig, I think I just made Craig's heart jump a beat when he saw my hand go up. I love you guys, and everything you're saying is 100% true. Uh, the best thing that I learned was just to point to somebody else. And Robert, I was always pointing at you. And yeah, I don't know if you saw in the chat, but you have been my easy button when I finally got out of my own way. And I really hope that encourages everybody on this call or that watches the replay, because 100% of the time we are just in our own way.
Correct.
And if we just learn to point to somebody that has the answers and not feel like we have to know all the answers, you know what a relief that is? That's amazing. I purposefully, Robert, would not learn the ingredients in products because I knew if I knew them, they were going to fall out of my mouth. So the less I knew, the blonder I acted, the more I pointed to you. You're just amazing.
I love you, Melody. It was, and as soon as Melody went 25K and made over 10 grand, how many people do you think wanted to do what Melody did? Yeah. So everyone got in, and then guess how many people in Melody's group used me?
That's right.
Wow. So Melody did a Zoom and got Robert on the Zoom, and she went 25K. Yeah. Okay. Now that I'm in, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do trade shows. I'm going to post product. I'm going to put a magnetic sign on the side of my car. It's like, oh, man. So put people in front of me. Got it? Now, I know you guys are going to judge people. I know you're going to judge people. And wow, this person is wasting Robert's time. What if my mentor had mastered the art of building someone's imagination? Because every person I put in front of them believed they were going to be a millionaire in 90 days. So they didn't have any trouble signing up. They didn't have any trouble finding a way to get $5,200, $5,200. That's what it costs to get in. Are you guys hearing me? I didn't have any money. So how good would I be at getting people to come up with $5,200? Well, when Bill talked to them, they seen it. So if you're sharing with people and they don't see it, I think you guys got it. Would you give me a chance? And if you don't, that's okay. We'll figure out what your blocks are. I don't want Robert to look at me like I'm stupid. I don't want to, all the things that when we asked everybody why they wouldn't put people in front of me, how many of you guys were hearing this guy go off? Right? And yeah, I don't want to take any more of the inner circle, but it's weird because when I got involved in this company, The first person I needed Melody to hear from was Joss and Jenna. Yeah, but what if Josh and Jenna would do a Zoom for me? They had never done a Zoom until I told them about it. But why does a recording work just as good as a live Zoom? I don't believe it does. Sounds like me, we got to help you with your imagination. Because I went to Super Affiliate 37 years ago using a 45-minute video that Bill did. Listen closely, you guys. I'm way too simple to overthink. I need to make 10 grand. Great. Get 70 people to watch this video. Done. Do you think I was watching the video at the same time they were and going, this is not going to work? No. Get it in front of 70 people. Now, what if they were interested? It's funny. My mentor was so good with the video that when people seen it, they just went, I said, would you like most? The money. Where do you see yourself getting started? At the top. I got another tape. What's the tape? It's called The 4 Steps to Success. Pull that video out, put another video in. And they look at me and go, do you have a paper application? I do. Because my mentor said, look at the person that gave you this video and ask for an application and fill it out. Now it's a link. Okay. So let's go into John. You have it. Craig, I'm going to turn it over to Craig.
It's okay. John, yeah, John's hand was up first. Sandy, you're coming up. So John, go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
Hey, Robert, I need a point of clarification in some of the things you were saying. First of all, am I sharing the plan video or am I sharing the 6-minute video?
6-minute video.
Okay. Second, when we talk about going to a group chat, are we talking about going to a group chat after they become an affiliate or before they become an affiliate?
After they watch the video.
How do we know when they've watched the video?
You ask them.
Okay, so then we're doing a follow-up then.
No, I'm saying, John, I'm going to send you a link of my business partner, Robert Hollis, and friend. After you watch the video, I want to connect you with Robert.
Okay.
If they don't reply to that,
okay.
not
Okay.
interested,
Okay.
people that are interested, wow, that was an interesting video.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to look at it right now. Wow, I just watched the video. I have some questions. Great. Let me introduce you to Robert.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay?
So yeah, that's the point of
The 6-minute video is to find out if they are interested. Want to make money? Yes, no?
right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's
Perfect.
that's what I want you to know, because there was a transition in there that I was kind of missing in terms of once you watch the video.
Okay. Yeah.
If you have questions, I can introduce you to Robert. Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because we only can fix things and make them better if we know there's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's why I want Mary not to beat herself up when she says, yeah, it's like everyone I talk to, they're not interested. They don't do anything. I'm like in my mind going, that doesn't happen for me. What am I doing different than what Mary's doing?
Yeah, I'll put as many people as I can in front of you. I just want to know how to make sure that I'm doing it, right. I have no problems putting people in front of you. No,
Yeah.
not an issue at all.
Here is the only thing, you guys, I want to share. Thank you for bringing this up, John. So let's reverse it just a little bit. I'm just coming up with a thought, right? So if you reached out to somebody and said, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. My friend and business partner, Robert Hollis, and I are looking for people that need to make extra money. I was hoping you could watch this short video because I know you're going to know somebody that we can help. After you get done with the video, if you have any questions, I'll do a group chat with you with Robert, or I'll introduce you to Robert, right? And
Right.
so do you realize that you guys could, anytime during that time, let's say that they didn't watch the video, John, and you put them in a group chat, I say what I say, right? Then they come on there and go, I have some questions. I want you to guess. All of you put a thought in your mind. If someone in a group chat said, I have a few questions, what do you think my first response would be?
Did you watch the video?
Close. Did you notice in the video I said you could become a free affiliate? Are you a free affiliate yet? This guy has no effing chance.
Right. Sliced.
Well, what if he's a billionaire? What if she's been married 4 times? What if she's got 6 kids with 5 different men? Yeah, see, nothing coming in my head. Hey, if you watch the video, or when you watch the video, did you become a free affiliate? Now, John, if you're in there watching this, wouldn't you respond right away and go, yes, they did. Yes, they did. But you see what question I'm answering next.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So now that you're an affiliate, what if they said, no, I haven't? Would I say, well, do you have any questions, or would you like to jump on a Zoom? Yes.
So you would still go and ask that part. I get it. Okay.
If you introduced them to me, why wouldn't you let me take their imagination to the next level?
I guess our expectation is there seems to be supposedly a system or a step, but as the Grand Master, you could supersede those steps.
Yes. Yeah. So do you guys know of anyone that would do something this silly? They would invite someone to a meeting, not tell them what it is, and say, if you go, I'll buy you lunch afterwards. Yeah, like, I don't know who's writing that script, but but that's what an average person would do that's got this person on overload. Right? So I show up at lunch, Denny's. John, you're sitting there with Sandy. I walk in, I go, hi, John. You go, great. Hey, this is Sandy. I go, hi, Sandy. How are you? Great. And I sit down and I go, how do you two know each other? Okay. After you guys go back and forth, I'm going to say, Sandy, if I can ask you a simple question, why do you want to start your own business? And you know, when I ask people that, you know what the number one response was? To be honest with you, I didn't even know this was anything about a business.
Right.
John just told me that he would buy lunch for me if I would listen to somebody. And I immediately go, awesome, awesome. We don't have to talk business at all. John's buying, so no problem. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's like, so Sandy, where are you from? Married, got kids. I will keep going on unlimited questions. And then all about her. And then all of a sudden she'll go, I did come here to hear about something. And I go, okay, if you're open to hearing what John and I are doing to help people fire their boss, I can tell you what that is. Yeah, go ahead and do that. See, John, the way that you did it because you were scared, you didn't get permission to share her the business.
Mhm.
I did.
Mhm.
My unconscious competence and mastery of psychology in this industry is
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm connected, I'm listening to her, and all of a sudden you will find more things out about Sandy in that next 15, 20 minutes than you ever knew about her. Because I'm going to find out what her imagination is. And then I'm going to get her imagining like she's never imagined in years. And then I'm going to show her a simple plan and how to use me to make that plan come true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Sandy, how quick can you introduce me to Steve? Because Steve was the guy that she told me about.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting there confused because Sandy still hasn't become an affiliate. And I'm already working out a time when I can talk to Sandy's person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about motivating you, John.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about motivating Sandy yet. So I go, listen, I'll call you tomorrow, Sandy, and we'll go meet Steve. This is in olden days, right? And then I get a call from you immediately when we leave the restaurant. Well, who's Steve signing under? Sandy. But she's not even an affiliate yet. She will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
She'll figure this out before we go see Steve.
Mm-hmm.
John, I have a simple question for you. So when Sandy becomes affiliate, she's going to realize that she's got to make between 25 and 50%. If she decides to become an executive, are you going to make $20 or 45?
Right.
No. Now that I see that it works, I'm coming in as an executive. Good move, John. Good move.
Right.
All day, every day.
I understand the psychology of that. I definitely understand the psychology of it. I just wanted to make sure I had that transition, going into the group chat.
Yeah.
Because Robert, I have no problem. Like, go get him, Rob. Go get him.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever.
And when you start seeing this happen, all you guys got to do is see me on a Zoom, put somebody into the imagination stage, show them a plan, and show them how we can make that happen. Does that mean that everyone I do that to gets involved and introduces us to somebody? Now that would be stupid. But I can guarantee you that my odds are pretty high. Then I end up like Kai said, I'll get somebody in, they'll introduce me to somebody, and then they'll start messing it up and disappear.
Yeah.
Because they're actually doing what Mary said. Now they're trying something, they're coming up with their own creative ideas. What if I just focus on plumbers? It's like, okay.
One of the things I tell myself when I'm going out and doing friend requests is that, and I really, really focus on this now, is every person's a doorway. It's who do they know? Who do they know? Who do they know? Who do they know?
I
And
shared
so
with Mary.
it helps me shut that side off of saying, well, they do this, maybe they won't be. No, no, no. So who do they know? Who do they know? This person may introduce you to someone. Who do they know? So it doesn't matter what they are. The question you want to ask them is who do they know? Who do they know? So I have to constantly tell myself that when I'm
Right.
out there.
And so you guys know this, and I know that you do. I'm going to share this with you. I shared this with Mary today. And it's the interview that I did with Ray Higdon. So listen to his words and watch me flip his paradigms. You will watch right in the middle of me talking to him where he's going like, damn. But see, now he would have to unlearn to learn. And that ain't going to happen. See what
And
I mean?
I get that. I get that because I've had to unlearn a whole lot of stuff to learn. But
Yeah.
for me, it was worth it unlearning because I'm looking at your results and I'm looking at the people who've taught me, and it's not the same.
Right.
So,
yeah. And like the funnest thing that I'm having right now is watching the growth of savvy. Because Tom and Kim use words like this. Oh, I've been in the home-based business industry now. I just went over $1 million. I don't know if you guys know this, but life is expensive. Life is expensive. And I would like to share with you how to monetize your life. These people could easily be talking about their clothing. And they choose not to. So what's the first step? Sign up. Second step, get your brand bucks. Third step, go on a shopping spree. What now? We got to find people that want to monetize their life. They become a free affiliate. They buy brand bucks. They go on a shopping spree. Why? I don't understand. This is too simple for me. It's like, oh man. Love you, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
John, thank you so very, very much. All right. Sandy Baker, your hand was up for next. Go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Okay. I'm gonna have you repeat this, Robert, because I need to hear this again because I don't know how the hell I've ever missed this. So
hey, let me tell you what this is. Ready? Sandy, you're going to get this immediately. Okay. All of you that are clicking right now, stop beating yourself up. Because as you started learning things about the spirit, energy, actually helping people with their trauma, was there ever aha moments that you were experiencing as you were learning new stuff?
Yeah.
That's called life, Sandy. That's called life. Can you guys just understand? And I'm going to say something quick, Sandy, before you ask the question.
Sure.
Do you guys ever have someone try to communicate with you when you're not interested?
Yes.
I'm going to say something, and I don't want you guys to take it personal. If you never had the imagination of having 1,000 people in your organization in MDC that was generating revenue every month that could allow you to quit your job, that's why you didn't hear me say this step. So if someone was going to show me how to golf, no interest. Hey, let me show you. It's simple. This is how you hold. Here, not only you're not listening, you're not comprehending but you sure in the hell don't remember it. So the next time I show up and I see a bunch of guys all, putting, they go, Robert, you want to putt a little bit? Nah, I'm not interested. I already showed you how to hold the club. Here's a putter. Ain't helping me because I don't give a shit. So when I see people missing this, you guys, my inner circle and my imaginaries, you guys do know that all of us connected is helping me get these aha moments. You guys are giving these to me. Why didn't I ever think about putting Robert in front of the people as soon as they show any interest? I don't even see myself hitting 5K and making $500 a month. Why would I want to waste his time if I'm not even serious about this imagination? So what I'll do is I'll just try a bunch of shit just to say that I did. But none of it's working because there is no imagination. Most people just play with this. And that's why. So now let me give you it exactly the way you need to hear it.
Okay. So Kelly, Deb, Shauna, you guys listening? All right. So Robert, ask them to do you a favor, send them the video. They watch the video, immediately introduce them to you.
In fact, say to them, once you watch this video, if you're interested, I'll introduce you to Robert.
We do not have to wait for them to sign up first.
No.
Okay. And then once you do that, you're going to get into their imagination. You're going to ask them, who do they know? And then you're going to talk to whoever they know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll watch me do it. We'll record it.
Okay.
I'll tell it's for them.
Okay.
Listen, I don't want you to lose this information, Jill. So can I record it? Just me, Sandy, and you will get to see it. Sure. Then I'm sending that recorded video to you. And you're going to go, that's how he does it. That's how he does it. The thought that I had in my mind, you guys have seen me do this before. Any of you guys ever play with puzzles?
Mm-hmm.
That one ring that's on a string that you're supposed to hook on a little hook? You know what I mean? It's like, so you hand this to people, and this is you guys. I'm going, Sandy, give that to me. And then I go, we did a little twist and let it fall right in the center there.
How do you do that?
Okay, let me do this again. Now, when you put it back on, you got to twist one of them. There it is. See? So let's do it again. Put it in the center. Twist this one. Get it between those two. If you guys put people in front of me, you're going to watch me freaking do this all the time. Look at that. Look at that shit. Bam. Whoa. And then you guys take this away from me and you're going like this. I ain't doing that anymore. I'm going like,
Okay.
all right.
How did I not hear that before? I always thought that
Okay.
they had to sign up first.
That's okay. Maybe a lot of teaching or people giving you opinions and perceptions before we met.
Maybe. All right. I have one other question.
Has anyone ever done a Zoom with you and asked you about your imagination and put a plan together and showed you how to do it?
No.
And then after they showed you the plan, and said, Sandy, I want you to get this thought, right? We will find one person that wants to make six figures. We will find that person. And for you to make six figures, they would have to do 83, let's round it up, 84,000 a month. They'd have to, because that's their plan. So you got a person on your left, 84,000. They would make $8,000, 8,300, 8,400 bucks a month. And what's 10%? I mean, 30% of 8,400 times 0.30. That is not right. 30% of 8,300. Yeah, 2,500. You'd make $2,500, Sandy, just off sponsoring that front level. You haven't even built another leg yet.
Okay.
You think we could find another one?
Yeah, I'm positive I can.
So then we put that person on the other side.
Okay.
Now you're making 5K, but you have 8,000 and 8,000, 84 and 84, be 160. You'd be a 150K.
Okay.
Oh, Robert, I just have to find two people that want to make six figures? Yeah. And every zero knows a hero. Every dud knows a stud.
Okay.
Did
I
that
got it.
click?
That clicks now. That clicks now. And I wanted to make sure that I called out Deb and Kelly and Shauna because I know we were all four of us were thinking the same exact thing. So I want to make sure.
So listen to this. Wouldn't you guys believe that you shouldn't use me because I'm not even in your upline?
Mm-hmm. That's what we were told until you told us differently.
Why would Robert want to help me? Okay, let's just get a little honest, right? My imagination, no, I'm not going to pardon for being emotional, but I get to see Kelly and I get to see Sandy, Katie, the other ones, walk across the stage, getting one of these trophies. And while everyone's watching, they go, thank you, Robert. Thank you. I'm not even on Robert's team. But I had some imagination that I wanted to take care of for me and my family. And Robert said, I got you. I'll adopt you. I'll love you and treat you like my own.
Thank you, Robert.
I love you, Sandy.
Me too. I can't talk anymore.
That was emotional. That's why I do it. Okay. Love you guys.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Sandy, thank you for the question. And Dee Dee was going to ask something similar, so you took care of two birds with one stone. Dee Dee, thank you so very much for letting me know that, and I wanted to share that with everybody. This is why listening to these presentations, these calls, these Zooms, what Robert shares is so important, because you know what? Even though somebody else may be speaking, you may be experiencing that exact same issue. And here is a classic example.
Thank you. Love ya.
Also got to give a shout out to Jody Falcon for the donation. Jody, thank you very much. And what she did is she donated in the super chat. For those of you watching on YouTube, go ahead and click on that little $ button at the bottom of the chat. Or I think there's now a heart with a $sign if you're watching the replay, and you can donate to the charities that Robert promotes. And the money goes straight over to those charities and organizations. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. I do not see any more hands up, Rob. Oh, boom, Mary. Oh, you just got in under the buzzer there, Mary. So go ahead, Mary. Open up and please share.
Hello. So, I just wanted to say one more thing, and it was something a friend of mine posted, and I just wanted to share because it really hit home for me, and it happened to me, and I will never let it happen again. And what she said is, I have to look at it now. She said, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. And I allowed that to happen to me. I allowed whatever it is out there, to basically just beat me up. And yeah, never again.
Wow.
And that's why that's why when I reached out to you, and I hadn't in a while, and I think just sharing, I hadn't in the past. I would talk to you, gosh, several times a week. I mean, several times a week. And it had been almost about a month had gone by, and I hadn't talked to you. And I'm like, I just gotta bite the bullet and, just reach out. And I think sometimes, like you said, maybe when you reach out and be vulnerable and say, look, this is what's happening. It may be that other people are having the same issues, and I don't know. I just not going to beat myself up anymore. And today was a fantastic day, absolutely fantastic day. And this was an amazing, amazing inner circle. So, anyways, thank you.
And so you guys know this. You probably already know this already. Do you guys realize that I personally know Melody Riba, but I didn't bring her in the business? See, how I met Melody Riba was getting a guy named Scott Foster, the Reacher. I got him so excited that he drugged Melody to meet me. Now, I hope Scott watches this someday. I still don't know why Scott never caught on, but neither did Sean Hennigan, the guy that introduced me. And he was enrolled by his roommate, Craig Wilson. Didn't do anything with the business. You guys are listening? And Craig Wilson was brought in by his boss. They had a small little accounting firm. His boss really didn't do anything. And he was brought in off an ad that Michelle Cummings ran an ad in a newspaper. And so he came in and they talked him into using his conference room to help him build his business. That's why he did it. And then Michelle, no, her name was Turan, brought in a guy named Peter Wilson. And Peter Wilson was under a lady named Sherry Sharman. And under Sherry Sharman, above Sherry Sharman was Bill Gould. And then Jeff Herberti. If I wouldn't have went to that convention and called Bill, I would have had all those people between me and Bill teaching me some of the stuff you guys are trying to forget. Are you hearing me? So I only had to unlearn for 2 weeks of information that definitely wasn't working for me. You know what I mean? Sold a couple of water filters and didn't do that correctly. Forgot to charge freight, right? So that's what happens when you listen to people that don't have evidence of helping others. So really cool. I want to share one other thing with you guys. Mary brought this up. I want to tell you guys a story that you guys are going to see me use a lot. This back office is from an individual that when she got into the business, all she did is all day, every day is put me on group chats with probably like 40 people. Out of the 40 people, one of them was called Deanna Stevenson. And Deanna Stevenson and her husband, Phil, were producers with Herbalife. This is what that girl made by introducing me to one person 6 years ago. The only money she made was her 30% on check matching. Is that crazy? So then what she did is she quit the business. And so then I reached out to Deanna and Phil and said, hey, would you like to give it another shot? I'll give you Christine's spot because she quit. And so they're a little excited. How many of you would like to know that someone made almost $280,000 off of you, and they never ever did anything but introduce them to me? So 280,000 divided by 6 equals, that's an average of 46,000 a year for 6 years. Because she introduced me to a person. Let's stop one more thing before we get to Bill. What are the chances of you guys introducing me on group chat to people? What's the nicest way to say this? They are just not the right people at the right time. Then you get to learn how I handle those people, which is also important, isn't it? So Kai connects me with the person. The next thing I know, she's not interested. She wants to pitch me on another business, and I just leave the group. Hey, I was looking for interested people. You're able to get through to Kai to get him to believe that you're interested. I know you're not. Adios. I don't have time. So I think some of you have already connected me with people that didn't do anything. There's only one person that thought about it after it happened. And that was you. Oh my God, I connected somebody with Robert. The person ended up being an idiot. The person ended up wanting to borrow money from him. It's like, can't believe I introduced someone to Robert. They now are asking him if he would like to get married. I introduced someone to Robert. Now they're showing pictures that they shouldn't. You guys are just going to laugh that I just know that if I keep throwing darts, I'm going to get a bullseye. This is just part of what I do. Have any one of you tried any kind of sport and just wasn't good at it right away? What if you keep doing it? Then you're waiting to play everybody else. It's like, hey, would any of you guys be interested in cornhole? I'll play. Wait a minute. Have you played this before? No, wait, you told me to throw the bag in the hole. Didn't I just throw 3 in the hole? You've done this before. A couple times. Want to play pool? Want to go bowling? Want to play darts? Want to do puzzles? Are you guys getting this? I love finding little things that I can show people, and I'm going like, hey, watch this. Ding. I get a dartboard every time my sons are around. It's like, Dad, let's play. Then they don't want to play anymore because it's like, okay. But they don't know that one of the dartboards up, that I would stop by it 10 minutes a day. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Oh, there's the pool table. Ding, ding, ding. 10 minutes. Matt,
You're
you're
practicing? That's cheating.
yeah, it is.
Can't be practicing on off hours. That's not right. Supposed to get all your practice in while you're competing, right? That's how it's supposed to
Hey,
work.
Matt, did I ever show you how to stack plastic cups?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, I go all in. I bought
We
the
had the
cups.
cups.
I bought the cups. I bought the mat, the timing mat. I bought everything. Then I
You like
watched
hit the
the
thing.
video and I practiced it. And you know what I used it for? A training. Had like 200 people in a room and go, who in the room's got an ego? Why don't you come up here and see how fast you can stack these plastic cups? You don't need much practice to be better than average, ordinary people.
Yeah, it's the same with books too. Like most people won't take the time to listen to a book or read, but if you just took like 3 books on a subject that were the best of the best and went through them, your knowledge of that subject would wow people. They'd think you're an expert as long as you're retention and you're in it, right? So like you guys will be on here and you'll see me say things about certain stuff. All I like to do is like avidly learn and read and research. And AI has just made that easier for me, right? So now I can have a conversation about what I'm reading. So like I think that that's key, right? You have to practice, like you're saying, Dad, outside. Then at the same time, like I don't know, it's being more consistent and also like getting out of your own way more than anything. Like we've talked about that quite a bit on here. It's like there's so much effort. I was just watching this podcast. The Chris Williamson had a new podcast with this healthy gamer GG, and he's got like this whole, he's a streamer, but he's a therapist, right? So his whole streams are about mental health and the mental health of the younger generation and stuff. You guys should look him up. He's got like couple million following of people, right? And he was talking about how a majority, exactly the stuff we say on here, which is no surprise to us, but it's the same, where he goes, I'll ask people what they want and they don't know what they want. And he's like, the number one thing I recommend to people on my streams now, he's like, I'll tell people, go to a wall, the most blank wall in your house or your space, stare at it for 30 minutes and do nothing. If you can't do that and sit there just with your thoughts and think for 30 minutes, then you have a lot of work to do on your mind. Because this isn't running. You need everything else externally to make sure that this life is worth living or interesting. You don't. You actually could sit on a plane for 8 hours straight with no phone, no book, no entertainment, no nothing. If you get your brain to a place where it likes to create and it likes to think and it likes to do these things. But we're so... Thank you for linking that. We're so distanced from that. He was saying that we don't even know how to sit by ourselves and just think anymore. And that is so important in the process of being happy, knowing what you want, being fulfilled in life, not thinking too much about shit that doesn't matter. Like in that podcast too, he goes through a whole process of like talking just how much the modern day person thinks about everybody else and how it pertains to them in comparison to like decades ago, right? Because like I said, listen, Dad, if you were great at darts, maybe the people at the bar would know that. But now if you're great at darts, everybody in the world might know that.
Right.
And so it's a different world that we're playing in, and our brains have not evolved to the point to maintain all this information. All it's trying to do is protect your ass. So it's going hypersensitive, going, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. The reality is it's all just noise. right? And you need to learn how to meditate. You need to learn how to sit with yourself and shut that noise up so then you can do what the fuck you want to be doing.
Amen.
Right? But without getting rid of that noise first, it's just going to show up every time you try to meditate, every time you try to work on something creative, something that you want to do. It's always just going to show up there and be like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like your goal is to be happy in life and to be fulfilled and do the things you want to do with the people that you want to do it with, right? So focusing more on that, and like you were saying, Dad, it absolutely utilizing people that have more expertise than you, utilizing people that have the ability to go, hey, this spot would work. And if like exactly what my dad said, if I'm streaming or I'm doing something and someone goes, I have mental health issues, I'm going to point to my dad or to like that healthy gamer GG guy instead of myself, because I've seen these people help people, right?
Yeah.
Or therapy. So like, I think if you're struggling in your process in some way, don't be afraid to utilize the mentors and the people that you have at your disposal, I guess, like you were saying, Dad. And I think that that goes a long way. Thank you, Melody, for sharing that as well, right?
I don't want to teach this book. It needs to be experienced when you're ready. And only the people that experience it when they're ready will actually do the assignment. If you don't get anything out of the book and you don't do the assignment, I'm really going to weigh the things that I say to you. You're never going to know. You're never going to know. Melody used to call me up on her worst days, Matt, and say, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'd go, what day are you on? What do you mean, what day am I on? You're supposed to do 100 days of reading out loud before you go to bed, chapter 9. Yeah, but I have some real things I need to share with you. I'm sure you do.
Well, it's interesting.
And I'm sure they're not going to change because you don't want to change.
Yeah. No, we add like gravity to things that we think matter, and we tend to neglect things that do matter, including ourselves. Like that's like more common nowadays than ever. So it's very easy to put yourself in a position where you're only thinking about external factors and you're only thinking about what other people think about you or what you're doing. And the reality is that it's so easy to create and make things and build even a financial empire or any of these things when you get yourself out of the position of thinking what you're doing wrong for the world, right? Like, and I've said this enough times, but I hope that you guys take this to heart because it meant a lot when I heard it. But it's you're not trying to find the puzzle that you fit into, you're finding the pieces that fit into you. And that's where you have to look. Like this seeking outwards to find,
please.
Well, it's so valuable. It's like you have to find the puzzle, or you don't find the puzzle that you fit into, right? So your goal is not to go out and find where you belong. Your goal in life is to find the puzzle pieces that fit into you, that you're the puzzle. And your goal is to go out and find and go, does this fit? Does this fit? No, I need to drop that. That doesn't fit. Right? I need to move on to find other puzzle pieces, because this one, why do I spend 3 years jamming this one puzzle piece into a spot it's not going to fit into? Right?
Wow.
Why do I keep doing that? I'm never going to finish this puzzle if I keep doing this. And so it's that mentality that you can spend a long time trying to put together and understand yourself. But if you're utilizing the wrong pieces to do that, you'll never finish. And it's not like the goal is to finish, but the more so the goal is to find the things that fulfill you and excite you in life, that make you feel happy to be doing what you're doing, to be living, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because like all of us are going to have things that are important to us. There's some people out there that throwing darts is their number one calling.
Yeah.
And they spend and dedicate all their time. They make a full-time living off of it. Every time I walk past a dartboard, I think about throwing one, and then I forget it exists until my dad brings it up again. Because I just didn't grow up with darts, right?
It's not my monkey, it's not my circus.
Right. But I'm observant enough and aware enough to know that that's so important to somebody else that they'd fight you over shit that you'd say about it.
Right.
and yet I have no care for it in the world, right? So this is a perspective thing. It's like going into that perspective and going, okay, they found a puzzle piece that fits into them. Who am I to invalidate their piece? Right?
Very
Who am
good.
I? And so if I say that to myself, who am I to invalidate theirs? Then just turn it around and think the exact same thing. Who am I to let other people invalidate what's for me? Right? Like if your parents or if your family or if you're the people that are in your life telling you that you need to go a specific route or direction, they might care about you a lot. I'm not saying that they're doing it maliciously. They just have gotten their puzzle maybe 70% done and think that some of the pieces might fit you as well.
Right.
But at the same time, like me and my dad are here, especially my dad and Craig, to facilitate you guys finding your puzzle pieces. Right?
Very good.
So that's really all I have to share. But like I really do
Matt,
think
you got so much wisdom, man. I learn from you every time you talk. I'm so proud of
thank
you.
you. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of everybody here. Like I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I think like a lot of that, yeah, I know. I'm like, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Well, one of the things I
So I'll
think
keep talking. So that's the
hey,
thing.
you guys know with Imaginators, right? And what Matt's doing, if you guys are not looking at the Telegram Imaginator chat, Matt's starting to really communicate in there more. And I think that every one of you guys know this. When you look at Matthew and you see what he's creating live time, right? A lot of you are going, I'll never catch him. And the reason that you get to say that is because of this guy, and you just don't put the hours in that
Well, and
he
it might not be your piece, right? Like I can't tell you guys how many puzzle pieces I've worked on. The 3 years thing comes from experience. I've tried to jam puzzle pieces into my puzzle. It sounds weird, but I tried to jam puzzle pieces into my puzzle that don't fit for a while, right? Where I'm like, maybe I'm this person, maybe I'm this person, maybe I feel better over here or over there. Maybe I feel better behind the camera instead of in front of it, which was something that was bullshit that I told myself for a long time, right? Like I'm very comfortable in front of the camera, but it adds a layer of vulnerability to me that I have to accept, right? That I could make mistakes of some kind. But the reality is that it's like every single mistake that I make, I can always make up for with either if it's bad, right, which they're normally not, apologizing, or just being blunt and being honest, like just being honest about where I am, right? Like there's been situations where I've been hanging out with people, especially lately, that are much more experienced and wiser in what I'm doing than I am. And when I make a mistake,
feels good, doesn't it?
it does. Weakest link in the chain. But when I make a mistake, the mistake is no longer I'm immediately going, I made this mistake because I'm new to this, being kind to myself. And then I'm also saying that to them. I'm new to this. I'm figuring this out. I'm very passionate about it. I'll put in the hours. I promise I'm doing it. But this is an issue. And I think what's so interesting is when you've taught enough, and some people out here I know are teachers, when you've taught enough, you really become a different student. At least I did, because I'm so much more aware now that if I haven't done the lessons, if I haven't done the learning, that if I'm bringing things to the table without having done the learning and the practicing part, I know what it feels like for someone to ask a bunch of questions about every single thing, right? And so I take a step back and go, is this something I can Google? Is this something I can find out myself? It's not because it's not even like a value their time thing. It's a respect thing, right? Like, I guess they give me the time readily to answer my questions, but I value and respect them as a person and what they've given me already. Right. So it's like, if I have a bunch of videos to go through, I'll go through the fucking videos and I'll put it to work, or like at least try to put it to work, before I come out with any forms of feedback about it. And that's just from personal experience, right? So if you've watched things, you've tried them, and you know, it's different for everybody, right? So it's like maybe some people here will try it 1,000 times and then it'll get to them. Or maybe you'll try it the first 10 times and you'll get it, right? Like everybody's different. Be patient with yourself. Everybody's process is different. There's certain people that I've shared even the AI stuff with, and it's like, boom. And you know what happens? The people that don't get it immediately get frustrated with themselves because they didn't get it immediately.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is a sickness that we have as like a society, that we can't be like, I'm so glad that you've made it. You figured it out. What did you do to speed up that process? Those questions aren't asked. What gets brought up in the chats is, I'm so shit at this. I suck. I should just give up. I should quit. And it's like, why is that the immediate thought instead of, holy shit, how'd this person do that? Let's ask them how they did it. Let's figure out how to master it the way that they did. Maybe they had a thing that they had learned through that process, and people that are learning love to share, you know what I mean? Like all of us do on here.
Yep.
So, that's it. I'm going to keep talking. So that's it. Cut me off.
Give Matt a shout out, man. That was awesome. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Wow.
But
Matt.
I agree with what you're saying, Dad. Yeah, you definitely have to utilize my dad as well, because I may not have listen, if you want network marketing advice, I can give you marketing advice. I have never built a successful network marketing group myself. I've supported my dad and built things
let me
around.
let me ask you a question you before you
Yeah.
bounce. Okay.
I'm not bound. I'll be here.
When you heard about Hannah
Mhm.
making $7,000, did that have anything to do with you wanting to know more about her?
Not the financial aspect of it, but it put me,
But who's
here's the
this
thing.
who's this girl on the leaderboard?
Yeah, when you're in an ambitious time in your life, you are looking for other ambitious people. Like that's it's almost infectious, right? And this is why you'll find podcasts, this is why you'll find certain things when you're in that group, books, movies, things to inspire yourself because you're hungry for it, right? Like
But
maybe you've been running
let
at
me
a
get done
deficit.
asking the question. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So it wasn't long after that where I did another contest and you won it,
Yeah.
including beating your older brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're
I had to
number
call a
one.
lot of people.
Now you were number one on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you just find interested people and put them in front of me?
Yes. No, that's all I did. Like I realistically, because I didn't come into the process, like anytime I have done network marketing or affiliate marketing, it's always a means to an end for me. I've never
Always.
seen
Always.
myself as like this big network marketer, marketing genius, right? So to me, it's like, and I'm in the same situation right now, you guys, because I was sending them videos because I want to build a whole studio with a volume screen so we can shoot all different kinds of stuff. It's going to be fucking amazing, right?
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
sharing all this with them, and even having my brother come back from Japan, right? Like sharing with him, it's like I never really have cared too much to make more money than I need to survive until, guess what? You have a dream, you have an idea, and you need it, right? Like you need more funds. So now it's at that place where it's like, okay, I've been comfortable and I built an income that's comfortable for me and my wife and my family. But now we're at the moment in time where I need millions of dollars more to get the next idea off the ground, to get the next thing off the ground. And that means that it requires a lot more work of me to sustain that, which is fine by me because like I've said before, another thing that I use to gaslight myself, which is a funny word to use, but I use it to gaslight myself, is I tell myself, this is the easiest it's ever going to be. If you have big goals, big ambitions, big dreams, this
Great,
is
I
the
love that.
easiest I'm going to ever have it. Because if I want that studio, if I want employees, if I want to be making an impact and have these large productions, then that means hundreds of people's jobs, lives are going to be in my hands. I have it easier now than I'm going to have it then, as far as stress and these things go. So be nice to myself and be graceful now so I can be healthy when I get there. You know what I mean? Like it's so much easier to do it that way. But even when you brought up like meeting Hannah and stuff, like I fell in love with her because she's perfect, right? Like she's ambitious, she's funny, she's caring, she's beautiful. So like I didn't fall in love with her because she won the contest, but she definitely became on my radar when she did. And it just is an ambition thing too,
And
right?
then I loved where all of a sudden she's got this hunk of income and she immediately shares with the world how she's raising money for some charity.
Yeah, it was for I mean, this is just our story now at this point, which is funny, but like she wanted to raise the money for her birthday and for things for a Hydrate Humanity charity in Africa. She knew people that ran the charity, and so she wanted to raise money for them. So she started the GoFundMe or whatever it was at that time for that, and then I just donated enough money that I knew she'd have to reach out to me and talk to me and say thank you, and then that's how our conversation started. So I'm like, it's great because it started with philanthropy, but like I was selfish in my giving to a certain extent. At the same time, I'm glad that it went to a good cause. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I whatever motivates us to do what we do is cool. So Matt, thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
of course.
Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, let's
And
knock out these last three. And
well, I was gonna say too, I'm looking forward to the Imaginator stuff. All you guys that are on here can get on the Imaginator calls. Go to roberthollis.com/telegram if you're not already. Because I do plan on doing some streams and sharing a little bit more with you guys over the next couple of weeks and just doing it more. So I'll let you guys know in there. I mean, I'll let you guys know when I'm doing that stuff. But
cool.
so anyway, appreciate you guys.
It's exciting to watch your imagination happen, Matt. You and I, if both Matt and I are at the same time sharing videos of other podcasters that are building these incredible, elaborate studios, that's the kind of imagination game Matt and I play. You know what I mean? It's like, here's the deal. I know technology is going to be more advanced when Matt creates his studio. So it's
Yeah,
like
I'd like to do it this year,
going,
which means I got to make a lot of money fast, right? Like the thing about technology is that there's this absolute rush right now, but at the same time, I don't feel like any of us are being left behind. If anything, the people that are necessary to put the tools together to make it easier are doing it now, like the technical wizards, right? And so then the easier it will be for someone to just be creative instead of having to do all the technical work and then be creative, which is what I'm doing right now. Like I'm lucky to have both of those suits to a certain extent. Whether I'm good at them, we'll see. But at the same time,
you always figure out what you need in the piece of puzzle that you need. That's
exactly.
That's the important part of doing it. I love you, my son.
Love you too. Thanks for letting me share, everybody.
You bet.
Wow, Matt, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. And all right, so we've got Raymond, Dee Dee, and Bill with their hands up. We're going to go ahead and rip right on through. Thank you guys for your patience. Also wanted to let you know that a lot of the stuff that was shared, links are in the chats. So take a look. There's a lot of great stuff that we've brought up that you are privy to in these chats. So, all right, Bill, let's go ahead, bring you on board. Bill Shoemaker, please open up and share with us.
Thank you, the amazing Craig Jackman. Love you, brother.
Love you.
How you doing, Bill?
Wow, Robert, you just got me so excited.
Good.
You got me imaginating, brother. Imaginating. It's not. I don't have to be the rock star. I just have to find them.
Right.
That's it. So I just had a simple question. We're still doing the free gift?
I am.
Okay, I knew it probably was the right answer, but I just didn't hear it in the conversation.
But thank you, Bill. I never will get tired of clarification. Thank you for doing that. One of the things that I always do in sprinkling the sprinkles on the cupcakes, right, is I keep trying to make it more efficient with less steps. And I don't remember who I was working with. I'm sure I shared this with you guys already, but I just said to him, I do not know why you can't leave the gift in the first conversation. Example. Hi, Bill. I'm reaching out to you because I love connecting with people. I hope this message finds you and yours blessed and you're having the best year ever. The way I love connecting with people is my mentor shared with me a gift that when I went through it, it altered and changed everything in my life. And I'd like to share that with you. That's the voice clip. Right below it, it's the gift.
That's it.
So,
Boom.
yeah. So, yeah. So shorter, more efficient, shorter, more efficient. When I think about sending a gift to somebody, for me personally, like I said, we talked about this, find the gift that gives you the most joy or you think made the biggest difference. It still blows me away that Joshua Daramilla and I think Melody, of course, Mary, they share videos of their favorite videos of me. Uh, maybe another gift would be the mastermind of the science of getting rich. For those of you that was on that mastermind, I think that's a good one as well. But I still do the Augmandino book. If you guys noticed, I'll repost in here exactly the link because I did some tweaks on it and make it gooder and gooder and gooder. Because I'm actually doing what you guys do every day. So I reached out to Wanda, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful Wanda, and asked her if she would put the other videos of the rest of the chapters on YouTube. So now I put in here, you see it says, I like putting their name in. So gift for Mary. And then world's greatest miracle in the world changed everything for me. And that now is in that list is not all the chapters. Right away, they'll notice chapter 9 with over 50,000 views, but also a link to a PDF format of that chapter as well. So, this is what I'm sharing now in that first statement, Bill.
That's awesome. I love it. God,
Cool.
that's yeah.
So yeah, if people don't respond to that in the way that I'm saying it, in the way that I'm giving the gift, if I was trying to hand somebody a dollar bill or $100 or a gold coin, and they just said, get away from me, like I've shared videos with you guys, man, I got the sorting stuff down. It's like milliseconds. If someone turned me down and you guys could see it, you would see that I would have just nothing but just hope for them, love for them. It's without getting too scriptural, you guys, we just had Easter. And one of the things was during the moments before he died, he said, please forgive them for they not know what they do. I would honestly say, Bill, that that's a majority of the people on the planet. Even when they're being short with you or smart aleck with you or egotistical with you, man, I've never said this on another webinar ever. It's just I'm connected different than I've ever been. But the first thought is I'd be giggling, this is a scam. You're an idiot. You should get in this program. You know what I mean? You're fat. My very first thing would be, I forgive them. They don't know what they're doing.
The world needs Og.
Yeah. So I do that now for trolls. I do that now for everybody. It's like, when I watch people do certain things, which I know you guys do too, when you watch and see and hear what people do, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get how they're so far off. I mean, I know this is crazy, but 2 parents just got sentenced to 10 years for not paying attention to their son. Damn. I'm going like, wow. So, he's walking around in goth and he likes guns and he draws pictures of killing people. He's just going to go through that phase. I guarantee you some parents right now are going like, you're getting some help. We're locking the guns up. You're getting some help. And it's like, yeah, because it's going to get crazier. It's just going to keep getting crazier. So
Awesome.
thank you, Bill. I love you, man.
Thank you. Love you too, brother.
You bet.
Bill, thank you so very, very much. Appreciate you. Okay, Dee Dee, I did see your hand there. You've been up and down your hand this whole this whole inner circle. Let's go ahead and go to you. All right.
Thank you, Craig. I have been up and down. I've been so tuned in that it'll answer and then something else will happen. So thank you, Robert.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, for all the questions. I just want to repeat this. Bill said free gift, yes, and then the 6-minute video if they're interested.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Because I've been taking notes. I think it helps me remember.
If they reply to the connection in the gift, one shot, all I need from them is wow, thank you, awesome, whatever. Now I've given them law of reciprocity.
Yes.
And now I'd like them to help me give to somebody else. See, I've never said that before. I'm not giving them law of reciprocity, Dee Dee, by giving them the gift. And now because I give you a gift, I expect you to do this.
Okay.
Wrong spirit, wrong
Right.
mind. I'm going to give you the gift in a way, and my audio that I give you is going to make you, if you're the right person, they're going to respond to you. And when they respond to you, then you respond to that and then say, hey, Dee Dee, by the way, I was hoping you could do me a huge favor. My friend and business partner, Robert Hollis, and I are helping a company expand. We're looking for people that need to make extra money or want to totally leave their job. Again, come from your heart. I'd like to share with you a short video that he did, not only showing his evidence of what's happening, but I know once you watch the video, you're going to know of someone that we can help.
Yes. So I just have something funny to share with this group.
Please.
This has been probably the best for my ears inner circle ever in life that I've been on. And as people have been clarifying the process. So, one time last summer, a lady was talking to me about Xavier swimming. And I said that I want to say spiel. I said what I was supposed to say. And she said she was interested. But I didn't give her a gift and I didn't have her watch the 6-minute video. And so you said, Dee Dee, because then she wasn't interested. You said, Dee Dee, you did good. I want you to refine your process, so you helped me. So wait a minute. Then I went to the other extreme, kind of like Sandy just said, Robert, wait a minute. Okay, so finally I have these 2 free affiliates. And yesterday the lady goes, okay, where's this video with Josh and Jenna? I go, I don't know. I don't think it's available anymore. But what I had told them was, once you watch Robert, I gave him the plan and the steps. Okay. I said, then I can introduce you. But so Dino, in my head, I was like holding my Robert back to my heart, right? You're not kidding, Robert, unless you do X, Y, and Z. Okay, so then they both did it. But then my Robert factor kind of had passed, right? They were like, lady, you're being a bitch, kind of. And so not in a weird way, but just like, whatever about you holding Robert back.
Yeah.
And so now today, when I'm really listening closely, because you see, I'm not multitasking today, I'm not working. I was like, I'll just work at the end of this call. I said, Dee Dee, you have 2 people right now. The one even just the other day, she goes, okay, I'm caught up with all my Robert videos, right? Because I was holding you back. And so now I'm like, put them in a chat.
Yeah.
Just, you're the Gestapo of Robert Hollis.
And if you're really doing this from your heart, Dee Dee, which you don't
Uh-huh.
know how not to. I just think you're wonderful.
Thank
Is
you.
when you guys introduce people, if you feel like it, don't do it just to do it. But if you feel like breaking up on them in the introduction, so what's her first name?
Patricia is the main lady,
Okay.
and then she has another free affiliate. Patricia
Okay, so
is the
watch
first one.
that. You say, I just talked to Robert and I told him all about you, and he'd like to meet you in group chat and possibly a Zoom.
Oh, yes.
Can I put that together? Oh my God, yes. So when you get in there, you go, hey Patricia, hi Robert. I just wanted to connect you with Patricia. I was telling you about her, that she's gone through the videos like she was supposed to, and I'm just so proud of her. I'm just, it's fun to put the right people in front of you, Robert.
Yes, 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 yes.
And
Okay.
see, she's going, oh my God, Dee Dee's breaking up to me, breaking up to Robert about me. How would you feel if, and how would you act if?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome, Dee Dee. I love you,
I
man.
cannot wait to walk across the stage because I know, as far as MDC goes, I'm a little orphan Annie. Because even I thought I was on Candace's team. She's like, you're not on my team. You're on a team of somebody who quit, but they keep their membership active.
Right.
So she's like, you're not on my team. You're not on Robert's team. I'm like, all right, I'm Orphan Annie, but I don't care. I'm going to walk across the stage and I am going to give all honor to you, Robert. Yes.
Well, and we'll give it all to
Yes.
The ultimate imaginator.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you very much for this.
I love you. I love you. Great.
Thank you.
You got it.
Dee Dee, thank you. Robert, real quick question before we go to Raymond. Would you want me to share the video that you did with Melody? I just don't. I have a link that says what gets a multimillionaire and best-selling author out of retirement.
You know what? Before you send it to me.
All right.
I haven't seen that video. I could never find it. Okay. If Melody's on here too,
Melody, you want to open up, please?
Here's another video that I want to find. I just thought of it today. When I interviewed Melody, letting her know she was number 65. I can't find that video, and I want that video.
Because it's number 55.
Duh. But I still don't think I got it.
I don't remember. I remember the video vividly.
It probably was
when
on
it was
Wistia,
happening.
huh?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think it was. But
yeah, that boat's
I
at the bottom of the
remember.
ocean, so.
Well,
You'll look for it. Everyone look for it for me. And Melody, that would mean that you and I would have to do another one.
Oh, right on. Let's do it. Let's do it. I remember the video where you asked me, and like if I had hit 1 million yet. And I honestly, I was embarrassed because I hadn't been keeping track.
Oh.
Money was just going in, and I knew how much I was giving to different organizations and stuff. So while we were doing that live, I was checking my bank account, and I went back and I went, oh my God. And I didn't even know before that call. So wow. That was a shocker. That was a shocker.
I know that Matt probably did a thumbnail for us and stuff. So we'll find it. It'll come up.
Yeah. I love you, Robert.
I love you too, Melody.
So special to me.
Love hearing your voice, man. It makes me emotional.
Aw. My heart. You have my full heart. Thank you. I love all of you guys. So proud of you all.
I miss you. I miss you. Okay, Raymond.
Melody, thank you. Raymond, go ahead, turn your camera. Oh, hold on. I almost had you there. Where'd you go? There you are. All right, hang on. All right, go ahead and open up and share if you don't want to turn your camera on.
Well, I don't have a camera on my computer.
Okay. So then,
okay.
Thank you for letting me know.
No problem. I probably already know the answer to the first question, Robert, but are the three ways on Facebook Messenger? When we're doing a three-way chat with you, are you speaking of doing a three-way chat on Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my second question is, do I need to contact you first, say, hey, I want to, introduce you to Joe Smith, or do I just create a three-way and say, hello, Robert, this is Joe Smith. He's watched the video and he's interested in moving forward?
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
All righty then.
And I know a lot of people will say, hey, I'm about ready to connect you with somebody. And they might give me a couple of bullet points, of where they are in the conversation.
Gotcha.
So you can say, I usually always ask people I can tell if a person is communicating right with somebody when I say, well, Raymond, after you talk to him for a little bit, what is his hot points? What's important to him? And most people go, I don't know. That's perfect. See, I'm asking that question because, I talked to Jim and, Jim was born in 1957 and I'm going like, oh my God, Raymond's already ruined this dude for me.
Well, one of them that I want you to talk to, I don't think I've ruined her yet. I really think I just haven't gave her the right information, but I know I'm very confident that she will join us in a three-way chat and possibly a Zoom. And I really believe this is going to be a key factor to one of the teams that I'm building. And now the last thing before I go is, I'm not totally up on the free gift deal, how it works. I understood the book, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the book that Lisa was sharing with Bugsy? Or is that the same book?
Yeah, I don't know what she's sharing. Did you see where I posted it in the group?
Yes. Oh yes. I've got it here in my notes. I've got a whole line of notes that I put on a notepad where I'm copying, thanks to Craig and his super typing ability.
Yeah. And Raymond, thank you so much. I'm looking so forward to meeting her.
Thank you, my friend. And I appreciate everything you're doing. And I think the whole team, the whole family here, we're all really connecting in a special way tonight. And I'm really glad that I made it here tonight.
I felt it. I felt it as well. Felt it as well. Craig, I was going to ask you to share one more video.
Okay.
Thought I'd do it at the end this time. And Terry's got supper ready, so I'm going to.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Robert's doing that, just a reminder to get the chat from Zoom. Go ahead and click the three dots in the meeting chat that's next to the title. Then click on Save Chat, and at the conclusion of this inner circle, the information will download to your computer. Okay? Or if you can't do that, give me a little bit of time after we're done here, and I will make sure that all of the information that I've shared with you, which has been a lot, my fingers are starting to cramp up a little bit. Thank you, Robert. Good, thank you. It'll be in the description below the YouTube video. So either way, you're going to have access to all of that information. Okay, Robert, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you?
I shared you.
There it is. Okay.
And I just want you guys to watch this and really listen to the words. Just listen to the words. And then I have a couple of things to say about it.
Let me do a couple of things here just to make sure of stuff. There we go. That's done. That's done. Oh, yes, this one. Very good video. Robert shared it with Matt and I earlier today. Okay.
Any Matrix fans? Okay.
All right. Here we go.
This is it. Let me give you one piece of advice. Be honest. He knows more than you can imagine.
At last. Welcome, Neo. As you no doubt have guessed, I am Morpheus.
It's an honor to meet you.
No. The honor is mine. Please, come, sit. I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole? Hmm?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
Okay. I sent you guys that link. Did you notice that the girl wanted to introduce Neo to Morpheus? And she said, be honest as possible. He knows more than you think. And then when she introduces him to Morpheus, she leaves the room. Do you think she knew everything that Morpheus knew? Yeah, she did. But she knew that she needed to edify and promote somebody else. Get the people that are interested, that want a better life, and introduce them. The Matrix for me is teaching people how to get hardwired. To trust that you were created to be an imaginator, and all you got to do is trust that connection to find other people that feel like a slave, feel like they're not free, feel like they don't get a chance or any hope of changing anything. When you find those people, just like in that video, I didn't hesitate to take the red pill. I wanted to go as far down that rabbit hole as possible so that I could learn the wisdom and learn to help other people have an imagination, so I could watch them go from a little pod in a pond to turning into a giant lily. Again, the most important thing for me is to watch other people get their aha moment. To get people to go like Mary talked today. Why did I miss that? And I'm going, but you got it now. You got it now. Let's not beat yourself up because I didn't get it till now. But there's this really incredible magic that happens with imagination. And, you know, I did a little chat GPT just to talk about imagination. And right away, it brought up Alice in the Wonderland. And I was thinking, oh my God, Max Miller was the guy that introduced me to that clip in The Matrix. And he was going, you know, a lot of people won't get this movie, just like they don't get Braveheart, just like they don't get, you know, The Peaceful Journey of a Warrior, A Peaceful Journey, you know, with Nick Nolte, or God, Field of Dreams, on and on and on and on, Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks. The reason that people don't get these movies is because they just are not at the place where they're the right person at the right time to receive the message that goes, holy crap. Because I don't know if you guys are noticing right now, but not to be any person to say anything, but other than just to say, I see a lot of signs happening in the world. You know, you have a total eclipse, and then a couple of days later, you have an active volcano shooting out smoke rings. You know, there's people watching stuff right now where the whole world goes, wow, there's something else out there. and I would like to know how to connect with it. I want to be connected enough so that if things did go wrong, that I'm not worrying about my freedom, my family. Because here's something I'm going to leave you guys with a story today, and it'll crack you up, but it should make you go, what? So, how many people have heard this? Costco is now selling gold. They're estimating that Costco right now is doing anywhere between $100 to $200 million in gold sold a month. And when you listen to the whole thing and everyone's excited, they're going to buy gold, and gold's doing better right now than the S&P, right? And I'm going like, one guy said something funny in the whole clip. He goes, so you need money and you got a bunch of gold. Who do you sell it to? Oh, when you buy gold for Costco, you can't return it. That's one thing they said. Once you buy it, you can't send it back. We're not going to give your money back. So put 2,300 on your credit card. Now you own a bar of gold. And if you need money for that gold, you have to find a gold store or a coin store. And I'm not being mean because they're not all this way, but they're sort of like pawn shop owners. So if you bought a piece of gold for 2,300 and you need money, I'm just telling you, you're not going to get 2,300. So it's like, why are there a bunch of people out there right now that might have heard that the economy is going under? You better buy gold. And this used to be something where you had to do some research, know what the price is, go find a gold person. You know what coin? Not anymore. Here's my card for Costco. Here's my credit card. Give me some gold. And I'm going like, wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So you guys are good with numbers, right? So since the beginning of the year, I think the gold has gone up like 8%, right? So if we took a high number of 23 times 0.08, in the last 3 months, these people's made $184. I'm like, wow. Wait a minute. I can buy 5 at a time. I spent 12 grand. Okay, let's all right, hang on. 12,000. Who's got 12,000 to spend on gold? The average person? Maybe if you put it on credit card. It's interesting because you can't do that anywhere else. Can at Costco. You got to have cash to buy gold, not at Costco. Put it on a credit card. Okay, times 0.08. That's $960. $960 in 4 months. You guys learned what we talked about today? Again, you know, Terry and I only make around $2,200 a day, every day for 6 years. That, I'm telling you guys, this works. Learn to do this. And so I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I've seen Lucas got back on here and Arlene. Hi, Deb. It's great to see your beautiful face again. Thanks for jumping on here. And Craig, back to you.
Wow. I hope everybody got everything. If not, watch the replay. So much great information here. And as I said, I'm going to share the link. Once you go, all the links will be shared on YouTube, but you can download them if you're watching us on Zoom by going to those three dots in the meeting chat next to the title of this Inner Circle. Click on Save Chat and it will download to your computer. Shout outs to Ray Freeman, or Raymond, Mary Valcik, Kai Au, Jody Falcon, Melody Ryba, Johnny Tier, Sandy Baker, Dee Dee Aston. Thank you guys so much for participating. And Matt Hollis, bless you, my friend. Thank you for participating and for being our executive producer and the foundation to everything that we do in sharing all of this fantabulous information from your father, Mr. Robert Hollis. Bless you, my friend. Thank you so much for sharing you with us. All right. And that's going to put a wrap on today's Inner Circle. We've got the Ask Me Anything on Saturday at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Imaginators on Sunday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And keep an eye out for all of the shorts that we produce and share those with people. And like them, please. Same thing with any of the other videos that we produce here on
the lives every day.
And the lives every day. Exactly. Until next time, everybody, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye for now. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute for everyone to say so long. Bless you all.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Robert.
Everybody, love you
Have a
all.
great
night.
Guys,
Thank
all
you.
right.
Oh my God.
Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Melody,
Appreciate you.
Bye. Thank you.
Love
Thank you.
y'all.
So great to
Thank
hear your
you.
Thank you.
voice.
Thank you.
Go Imaginators.
Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Dee
Thanks
Dee.
for going live again, Robert. I love that.
Thank
Love
you,
your
Jen.
lives, Robert.
Thank you,
Thank
Jamie.
you.
Thank you, Jay.
I thank you.
Hi, Bill. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, guys. I love you.